Good morning, boys and girls. So today we're going to read this book called Hair Love by Matthew A. Cherry. But before reading, we're going to go over some words that may give us a little trouble while reading. So there's some words I picked out from the book that I would like to share with you all so that when we're reading, we won't go through any trouble. Before we begin, we're going to go over our reading rules. When reading, we have 3 rules. When we come across words that we don't know, if we can't pronounce them, we don't understand them, we have some rules that we can go over before trying to pronounce it or just move on to the next word. So we're going to ask ourselves, can I say the first part of the word? If I can say the first part of the word, maybe it'll help me with the rest. Then if I can't say the first part of the word, we're going to go to rule number 2. We're going to ask ourselves, can I break this word into 2 parts? Or maybe more than 2. So, if I'm looking at a big word, can I break this word into 2 parts? Because if we break our word into 2 parts, it'll be easier for us to read, right? So, if we can't break the words into 2 parts or into more than 2 parts, we're going to ask ourselves the third question. Do I know any words inside this one big word? Then, if we don't know any words inside of this big word, we're going to check the picture. Does the picture matches the word? Can I put this picture with the word to find a connection? And if we can't do any of those, we're going to sound our words out, right? Right. Because sounding out the words will help us figure out what the word is. So by using these questions, we're going to go over the words that I picked out in the book. So our first word, when we look at this word, let me see. So let's ask ourselves the first question. Can I say the first part of the word? Well, this word has 5 letters and I know. No, let's go to the second question. Can I break it into 2 parts? If I had, can I? That's not a word. That's not a word. When I break it into 2 parts, I'm sorry, you can barely see it probably. And then the next one is, do I know any word inside this word? So it's not a big of a word, so I wouldn't try to split it up to where I can, even though I know a word inside of the word, with you all, I wouldn't try to take out a word in the middle. Well, maybe that couldn't help. If you can do it, then you can, because in the middle I see oil, all right? O-I-L. So now let's sound it out because there's no picture. So I can't use. Can I match it with a picture? So let's see. O. And with this word, you have to know when to use your short O or long O. It's not ooh. It's going to be k. O. Eh. L. S. K. O. Eh. L. S. Coils. Now we have it. The word is coils. After we went through our steps and then sounded out, this word is coils. Let's do our next word. Okay. Can you see it? All right. So, what does this word say? Let's ask ourselves some of these questions, okay? Can I say the first part of this word? Can I say the first part of this word? Okay, let's move to our next word. Can I break it into parts? We can break this word because it's so big. We can break this word into parts. Then it says, do you know any word inside of this word? So when we break this word into parts, and of course we know words, well, I hope we'll know words inside of this word. So this is what I did. And you can break it into smaller parts if you want. So the first part would be this. And then my second part. So I split the word in half. Now let's see if I can sound it out. Super. And then our next word, it looks very familiar. And I know this word says, hero. So when I put the word together, superhero. So let's break it into parts. So maybe I did it into 2 different parts. Let's do it into smaller parts for you all. Because we have right here and I'm sorry. Then we have hero. We can just leave that like this or split it with o and we won't do he, and we won't do, where's another one I see that someone might do? It's in there somewhere. Okay. So that's superhero. Now our next word. Let's see if we can do this word together. Can we see it? Okay. Now what's the first question we can ask ourselves? Can I say the first part of this word? So let's see. Where's that white piece of paper? Here it is. So can I say the first part of this word? Yes. And it is. Yes. I'm sorry. There it is. Yes. Okay, so I can say the first part of this word. Now, can I break it into parts? Yes, we can. We broke it into parts. There's 3 parts in this word, in this one big word. Then it says, do I know any words inside of this big word? So we know yes, and we should know they. So now we just have to sound out the middle to make one big word. So let's do it. Yes, because ER is always So yes, day. Yesterday. Very good. So this is what we're going to use to break down words when we're reading. So we can continue reading instead of jumping over words and misunderstanding the book. So now, let's begin reading Hair Love. Again. My name is Zuri, and I have hair that has a mind of its own. It kinks, coils and curls every which way. Daddy tells me it is beautiful. That makes me proud. I love that my hair lets me be me. Look at how big her hair is. You see it fills up the whole page. And funky braids with beads, I am a princess. She has braids with beads and she feels like a little princess. I feel like a little, you know, the toy rattler? Yeah. The rattle, I'm sorry, I said rattler. And when my hair is in its own I gotta do this over.